Hello again, Carly Whitnell here. Today I'm going to talk about instructional design in distance education. And for the most part, I will be referencing Teaching and Learning at a Distance by Michael Simonson, Sharon Smaldino, Michael Albright, and Susan Spekic. Instructional design at a distance is significantly different than in a traditional classroom, and this must be taken into consideration when doing the preparation. There are four components to instructional design that are critical. We have the learner, we have the content, we have the method and materials, and we have the environment, which would include the technologies that are being used. What's most important is actually the interaction of these components and how they are used together to create a quality learning experience for the learner. They must all work together and they must be balanced, meaning one does not take precedent over another in status. The learner is equally as important to consider as the method and materials, and the environment is equally as important as the content, so on and so forth. It's also important to take into consideration the method of evaluation, which is also going to be very different in an online environment. What works, what doesn't work, and what requires some improvement. The planning and organizing must be done well in advance to the facilitation of a course. And there are problems that may be encountered in this type of environment as opposed to in a traditional classroom. To prevent these problems, courses must be retooled, and what is available, what is going to be used, what devices are going to be used in the facilitation must be considered. The traditional material that has been used in a classroom must be revised and reformatted to fit into an online environment, whether it be in a form of a graph, a screencast, whether it be a YouTube video or a game. There are so many options, but this must be prepared in advance. Activities must also be planned, and the interactivity must be encouraged. And there must be preparation in any case of a technical malfunction. Whether it be the internet failing or somebody's computer crashing, alternatives must be addressed well in advance of the delivery of a course. Some other things to take into consideration are time restraints based on each individual learner. They may access the content at different times, and this must be considered. The lack of eye contact must also be considered. The visualization of material and the planning for the interaction are things that also must be considered. Recently, we did a class project where we addressed the three methodologies of delivery, where we addressed a classic e-learning model, which would be e-books, traditional way, rapid e-learning, which is the use of multimedia, and activity-based learning, which would be gamification. And traditionally, these have been used separately. But in the future, and currently, to be effective, they need to be used together in the instructional design process. So my question is, do you think instructional designers must be specifically trained and designated to administer these new techniques? Or do you think that the subject matter expert or the instructor should be responsible for their own instructional design and using these new tools and technology? I'm curious to know. Have a great day. Thank you.